during COVID, we for a minute we wanted ventilators and we couldn't get them. And you go, wait, we don't make any. We have 340 million people in this country, and none of them make ventilators. And that was the bad news. The good news was Ford Motor Company said, "Oh, we'll make some," and they turned it on like that. It was, if you make cars, making ventilators isn't rocket science, right? I think the economy will adjust to these things. I know it will.
Well, no, I agree. And it takes sometimes that realization. So we were talking about shipbuilding, for example. If you look at shipbuilding around the world, commercial shipbuilding is in three countries. It's in China, Japan, Korea. They build 94% of all the world ships. We build a grand total of 0.2%. I mean, it's almost a fraction of a percent. I mean,
That's changing, right?
right. Well, it's those are commercial ships. If you look at naval vessels, we build the biggest naval vessels. We build nuclear aircraft carriers, nuclear submarines. I mean, we have some of the best. But what we decided in the 1980s and 1990s is, listen, we don't need to build commercial ships. We'll focus on naval vessels. We'll outsource our commercial shipbuilding. Well, that changes now. Now, if you look at China, for example, in 1999, China was building 5% of the world shipping. Last year, they built 51% with an estimate that this year they're going to build 60%. And if you look at Chinese shipyards, they're massive. There's one Chinese shipbuilding corporation, the CSSC, the Chinese State Shipbuilding Corporation. They build 20%, just 20% of the world ships. I mean, they build more than Japan builds. Just one company builds it. And if you look at those shipyards, they're building commercial ships, but right next to them, they're building naval ships. And one of the things we found out is, listen, it's getting really expensive to build naval ships. Well, that's because the only customer in our shipyards is the US Navy. It's the government. And if you have one customer, you tend to placate that one customer. You become inefficient. And one of the things we're learning is, listen, if we get commercial shipbuilding back, we'll be more efficient. It'll be a better system. And so what are we doing? You have things like the Ships Act comes into play. You have the U.S. Trade Representative with their Section 301 inspection and their report about China really dominating maritime trade. It's not just China's building ships. If you add China and Hong Kong together, they're the second largest registry in the world. They're crewing vessels. The Chinese mariners are becoming one of the most dominant groups out there. China builds containers and then they lease the containers. So almost all containers in the world are connected back to China. The chassis in which they ride on in the back of our trucks is built in China. And so they're not just, a vertical, not just horizontal, they're vertical. They control almost all aspects of it. And that's just not good to be dependent on one country for all aspects of a key node of transportation like shipping.